Okay, I'm Miro Kaz.
I'm the real Tom Rose.
And we're here again with Jeff Blake for NBA Show bonus content.
Bonus content!
So back at the show, we were talking about how to handle your alcohol at a recruiting event. Jeff's advice for me, don't. This mock gin and tonic is actually club soda.
And I've got the napkin here to avoid the cold dead fish.
But sir, you are going hardcore with the Scotch on the rocks.
I've got something only recommended for the advanced drinkers during a recruiting event.
So you gave us some great tips. What else do you have? I mean, I find these recruiting events to be like the idea that they serve alcohol, and like I'm not a big drinker, and it scares me a little bit when I go to these events and there's so much alcohol around and free, because I feel like I should take advantage of this glory.
Right. So the alcohol is one thing, but beware the bacon-wrapped scallops. One day you're there to get some free appetizers. The next day you're on your third wife. It's 15 years down the line. She's half your age, and you know the maitre d's at the Marriott better than you know your own kids. That's right. You get suckered into being a consultant.
The bacon-wrapped scallop ending.
All begins with the bacon-wrapped scallop.
So you know what problem I have actually at these recruiting events is they give you, I don't even understand what the basis for this is. They give you food and drinks, and you're shaking hands with people all day. So that was 3 things that I just counted, each of which requires the dedicated use of a hand.
So Tom, I would expect you to have some dexterity after all that time on Excel.
Yeah. So how do you handle the plate and drink issue?
Typically, you go with the plate and the drink in the same hand during the handshake.
But it's interesting because even there, like, isn't your food gonna slide up?
It's not very stable.
It sounds risky.
It is a risky move. So if you're nervous, especially if you're nervous and shaking, you just may want to forego the appetizer plate during introductions.
Is it okay to just go with the appetizer plate and give up the drinks? Because I'm a man who cannot resist free food. I will elbow people. I'll be around the back of the buffet. You have seen this before.
It's kind of scary.
I will have one piece of every little cube of cheese that is on that tray.
But Miro, we've all seen how grumpy you get when you haven't had your Chardonnay for the day. So that's the one warning I'll give.
It's the crummy Chardonnays that bug me. Like a Fumé or a Sauvignon Blanc would be so much more of an appropriate choice for the kind of appetizers.
Why don't they serve wine at
Don't ever have that little charade during a recruiting event.
I did have that during a recruiting event once.
Did you get a job?
No, I didn't get a job.
And so how does this happen with group dynamics? So you're all drinking, and there's a group of people standing around. How does the alcohol play into the whole introductions and all of that?
I don't have anything to go with that.
Nothing? Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
So you just act normally, basically?
Yeah, basically, you just work it into your conversation.
So what do you do if you do get wasted at a recruiting event? Like, let's say like you didn't pace yourself for some reason, you didn't, and you find yourself drunk.
I mean, obviously the first piece of advice is to avoid that situation. But to be quite honest, you probably just want to excuse yourself for the night at that point.
And so you would just bail, even if there's programming left?
You are probably not going to do anything but damage at that point.
Okay. And they probably would, at these big consulting events, they probably aren't going to notice that you're gone. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to make a big deal about your exit,
yeah.
But you've shown your face, and you can leave for the night.
And so, would you pre-eat for one of these events to maybe
Definitely. Do not go to one of these events hungry, because not only does that kind of kick up the effects of the alcohol, but you will leave just hungry.
Okay,
so
excellent.
that's an interesting idea. So things to prevent you from ever getting drunk: eat beforehand.
Yep.
Correct.
What else?
Pace yourself. Do not go for your favorite drink if it happens to be a very strong.
So you can drink diluted mixed drinks. That kind
Correct, or beers.
And then you can always
the recruiting
switch to the recruiting special.
Or the recruiting special. Mix one of those in.
Okay, excellent. Well, Jeff, it's been great having you on. Thanks for doing the bonus
Thanks
content.
so much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Was that a dead fish, or how'd I do that?
That was solid.
Okay, good.
Surprisingly.
Well, that solid handshake was from Miro Kaz.
I'm the real Tom Rose.
And Jeff Blake.
And you've been watching the NBA show
bonus content.